Welcome back to the video. My name is Jordan if you guys are new here, and this is the GoodLife Outdoorsman channel. Today I got something a little bit different, something that has taken over the fishing industry in the past few years is LiveScope. Garmin LiveScope, live imaging, forward facing sonar, and with that, when you're talking about ice fishing, we're talking about a shuttle to transport and carry the unit itself. Now, I've had this particular shuttle for over 5-6 years since they originally came out. It's getting to the point that it's gonna break. I've had it for so long. It's held on by duct tape all around the whole bottom. I'll show you the bottom. I actually am probably gonna keep this on the new one as well. I'll talk about that a little later, but the duct tape goes all the way underneath. There's pieces that are broken and missing. This whole side plate is broken, holding on for dear life. It is time that I retire that and move on to something. I get a lot of questions about what unit I run. This is the 924 XSV GPS map. It's a little upgraded version than the ECHOMAP 93 SV, which comes with your typical ice bundle kit. The reason I upgraded was most of the GPS maps units have better processors, so you're gonna have, I think it's 40 to 50% better screen resolution, which isn't a bad thing when you're looking for fish and trying to distinguish what species they are and everything. The GPS map units allow screen recording inside the unit with the app of Active Captain on your phone. The ECHOMAP 93 SV do not. So that's the reason I upgraded that. I still have the LVS 32 and the GLS 10 for that, but with that being said, I also run the 30 amp hour amped outdoors battery. I highly recommend, if you're getting a LiveScope, getting an 18 to a 30 amp battery, if not even bigger. A 30 amp battery will last me 2 full days on the ice. I mean 12-hour days, so roughly 24 hours. I can fish with this on the ice. And inside a hut, it's a little bit different. It's gonna stay warmer, and then obviously your screen brightness is a big thing as well. But in the summer months on my boat, I can run this for a whole week without charging it on the 30 amp hour battery. So with that being said, I got something new in the mail. I opened the box, took a little peek. I'm super excited, but I haven't totally looked at it. So let's move this aside. And take a gander. Like I said, I opened the box, but I never did take the package out. So we're gonna be unboxing this right here. As you can see, a lot of bubble wrap. So I don't know exactly how this all came. But the brand is Tactigrip. This looks like a new LiveScope pole. I like it a lot. I went with custom white and black coloring. Move that to the side. But here looks like is the shuttle itself. So let's try to pull this out slowly. Oh, very nice. I was wondering about this. Looks like it comes into a few pieces. But Tactigrip Gishing LLC. So here is the main portion of these new shuttle. You got Tactigrip fishing there, a little bit slightly different shape than what I'm used to, but looks like we have all the pieces here. This is gonna be where the unit clips onto, and this is where the black box is gonna mount to. And I believe, let's see here. Oh, okay. This is gonna slide in like so. After I get the battery all hooked up, we have rod holders on the side that just clip in. That's pretty nifty as well. And then this looks like the LiveScope unit. What I also really like about their shuttles is the transducer wire runs on the side, so it doesn't run around the top here and run into the way of grabbing your shuttle from the top portion. I really like that. And the custom grip, you can customize pretty much any of their shuttles. I went with white and black. I think it looks pretty slick. You can do any color. They have unlimited colors on their website, and you can do any different color options. I went with white and black. Could have done red and black for Nebraska, or red and white, but I like the white and black look. It looks sick. And yeah, we're gonna put this together. If that makes sense. We're gonna put this together. It's a learning experience, and hopefully we can go through it together. First off, I gotta take apart my old one, and then we'll start by assembling this together. It looks fairly simple. I just need to grab some tools. Our first step, we're gonna undo the battery box itself. That's gonna be the first thing that goes inside the unit. I'm gonna try and keep all of our screws in place. Looks like we got a few wires in here. Looks like this is gonna be your power and charger port, and then you also have your positive, negative, and then looks like this is gonna run to, probably the blue one is gonna run to like the voltmeter. Yeah, I guess we're just gonna start. I'm gonna probably take down my old one off camera, get that done, and then we'll assemble it all together. So, some of the first two tools you're gonna need are gonna be a 5/16 wrench and a 5/64 Allen wrench to adjust your gimbal brackets for your head unit. Mine were slightly off, so I went in and measured what it would be, and mine is going to be the tightest setting for a 9-inch string. That's the first step. Next, I'm going to take apart the main part of the shuttle and get the battery out and get the battery installed in here so we can get that plate put back on to start assembling the black box on the back. Alright, we got my battery taken apart and put in. So there's 3 sets of wires, there's 2 groupings, there's a brighter red and a black, and kind of a scarlet red and black and red as well. This black has a faint red line, and so does this one. I found the right ones, and so if I flip this switch, it's going to show the voltage. Right now it's showing 13.8. If you lift that up, you also have a power button that I was going to turn that off, and then there's 2 USB ports and USB-C. If we flip this switch, we have a little light underneath, which is pretty cool. And then there's 2 plugins up top here. I'm assuming those are for like glow rings, would be my guess. The charger is built in the back here, But we're gonna go ahead and flip the battery down like so. And there is a blue wire. I'm not 100% sure what that goes to quite yet. I just emailed them and tried to find out, but that's gonna go there for now. Said the battery has power. We're gonna have to take back off because we gotta hook up the LiveScope. Kinda forgot about that. So we're not quite done with that portion. We got the battery hooked up, but we gotta get the black box hooked up. For this, you're gonna need the 5/16 wrench and a Phillips screwdriver. So the cords will not have room on the bottom end, so it needs to be flipped. Have your black box set in. That's what it's going to look like. The wiring and ports are going to be on the top portion of your shuttle. Alright, quick intermission. We're back. It is now 4 o'clock. I think I started this at noon. A little bit of a headache, not because of the shuttle itself, just because of the previous wiring I had in this shuttle. In this shuttle I had. So, huge shout out to my buddy Sam. I gave him a call, said I was running into some issues with the wiring that I had previously done. Someone else had wired it up for me. And he said, head on over, I'll get you set up. So he's got me completely wired up. I don't really know what he did. He kind of tied everything in. The previous harness I had, the black box cord was not included in the wiring harness. The new ones have that. Mine was separated, and I didn't really know where it needed to go. And so he was able to hook it up. So with the battery and everything hooked up on the inside, it's currently running. We got the switch here. He got the main power switch hooked up to my black box and head unit. So that's going to be able to be hooked up. The only two cords running out of the battery box are going to be the power for my GSL 10 black box and the power for my Garmin head unit. So I think we are ready to get that going on here. So the next step is probably to hold these wires off to the side like this. Probably, yeah, we're gonna hold them up front. This looks like it is going to slide right in here like so. And we're gonna line up those bolts, nuts, screws, whatever. Alright, so we got it put on. Now we can shoot. We need to somehow, I'm supposed to run this before. So now I gotta take it back off. Alright, so I was correct before. We want to run these underneath that bracket first, because the heads will not fit. So pull these two cords up in here first. Like that. And they won't be pinching them because you're gonna raise that up just a tad when you are screwing this in. Alright, like I said, you're gonna wanna feed those 2 power cables underneath this first, and then you can get these screws put in. Once you get the screws started in there, it's not gonna sit on those wires. You'll be able to move them freely. Luckily, I have one of these. Little bendable screwdriver thing. This has been quite the project. Not necessarily because of this shuttle itself. The shuttle is fairly easy to put together. It's just all the wiring and everything that goes along with LiveScope. If I had the newer shuttle thing, this wouldn't have been such a headache. So now we can grab our power cable for the black box. So now we're going to get the head unit placed on, get the network cable fed through. Get that lined up there. Get this side lined up. They do fit, but you kinda have to force it. There it goes. So we'll get that not super tight because we still gotta plug in Panoptix and the power cord. Which, in a sense, I guess you don't necessarily need to run the power cord for the unit through underneath that box. Let's see if she powered on. She powered on. Still gotta wire the network cable and the Panoptix itself, but we got power, like I said, running 13.8 volts. That's ran right there. We will. So yeah, I'm gonna have a little bit of wiring. I'll probably just end up taping this again, putting it down in here. But for now, I'll just run it like so. Now we can put the one thing I wish Garmin did would be to make, like, for your LiveScope transducer, make like half of this, because in reality, when you're LiveScope, when you're ice fishing, you don't need freaking 60 feet of this cord. Just seems a little ridiculous, but here's the mount for the LS32. We're going to put that on. Got that nice and snug in there. Now I'm gonna attempt to wrap this on the outside of here. That way it's not super close to that while I'm grabbing it. go. Either way, it's gonna be kind of close to that, so. And then we'll just start wrapping. And there we have it. We almost have a completed shuttle here. Now, let's make sure everything turns on. There we go. Got our LiveScope. We got 13.4 volts, 13.7 on here. There we are. Completed shuttle. I love it. Excited to use it. Their pole is different as well. Got the matching camo up there. Their pole tripod is a little bit different, so this will slide to one side of the hole, meaning more room. So what I was saying is this fits on one side, so you're gonna have a little bit more room to fish, and it's not gonna spin and get caught on your thing. Yeah, very interesting. So excited to try that out. It's a little bit different. Extends. I got the smaller one because we don't really fish over 12 inches of ice, so this is what I went with. But yeah, she's all fired up. All right. Well, it's still, I'm not sure. There's these little clips here. I'm assuming it's for the pole to snap in. Well, it does. I just don't know where they go. There's not exactly a spot for them. Maybe right here. Well guys, hopefully you learned something from this video. If you have any questions, drop them down below, and I'll make sure to answer every question you guys have about this shuttle, about the LiveScope unit I use, or any other thing about me or my channel. Be sure to check out tactigripfishing.com, or check out their website. They have LiveScope shuttles, they have flasher shuttles, they have accessories, just about anything you need to get yourself out on the ice and power yourself up for whatever unit you have. Everything's pretty customizable on their website, so huge shout out to Tactigrip Fishing for this shuttle and this opportunity. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, comment them down below. Check out the link in the description. Order yourself a Tactigrip shuttle, and yeah, hopefully you guys have a great ice season. Get out, be safe, catch fish, and